Hi, everyone. Welcome to a long-awaited episode of Raquel's Modern Life. My name is Raquel Williams, and I'm here with my guest/victim, Carson.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome. Today's episode is Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And we're going to be using these Brain Quest smart cards that some of you might remember from when you were young. I recently just started thinking about these and wondering if they still existed, and they did. And we saw some screenshots on the website that had some questions, and we were asking each other them and roasting each other on our answers. I was like, okay, we need to find out if we are truly smarter than a fifth grader or if that's where intelligence peaks. So I left it shrink wrapped so that you can tell that we didn't cheat because I know you're really concerned about that.
True. So what do we get if we are smarter, and if we're not smarter than a fifth grader, are we going to be taken out to pasture?
If you are smarter than a fifth grader, that's actually considered a huge detriment in today's society. So you will be put on a list, actually. And
Honey, I'm already on several lists.
If you're not smarter than a fifth grader, then you have to go back to school like Billy Madison. To those viewing at home or on the subway or at your nephew's bar mitzvah.
I don't know the difference between bar and bar.
Bar is for boys, I think. Anytime you get a question right that we got wrong, we personally owe you 12. If you didn't remember these before, this is them out of the box. And they're like little fans. So they're connected by one little, whatever you call that, and then they fan out and they have the questions on one side and the answers on the other. And hold them like this and pretend you're making mad money. Want to hold one?
Thorpe.
Mad money.
Fuck the money, get bitches.
Kind of true. Should we start with deck 1?
Yeah. We're going to ramp it up. Natural style.
Ages 10 through 11. All right, so since it's my show and Carson is the guest, they have to go first.
No pressure.
No pressure. So I have the cards fanned out here. Carson's going to pick a card, any card, and then we're going to read all the trivia questions on that card. Okay.
Did you get it?
Yeah, you picked a winner. It's out of 10.
Okay.
Oh, and look, it's a magic number.
Wait, you guys, with my eyes closed, I randomly picked a card that was my favorite number that I literally have a tattoo of.
Show them your tat.
That's fucking, it's on my shoulder.
Out of 10. Start the timer. Which carries water? A viaduct or an aqueduct?
Aqueduct.
Correct. How many times can a member of the U.S. Congress be reelected?
Reelected. Twice? Once. I think they can serve twice.
The answer is that there is no limit.
Ah.
If my mother's brother is your brother too, then what's your relationship to me?
If my mother's brother is your brother too, you're my uncle.
Yeah, or your aunt.
Oh.
But we're going to count that.
Aunts don't exist. Only uncles today.
Only uncle. Only uncle.
Assigned uncle at game.
Name the process through which a gas turns into a liquid.
No. Condensation?
Hell yeah.
The way you said that.
That was smart.
Made it sound like it was a no.
It was a hell yeah.
Hell fucking yeah, brother.
What is the sum of 24 times 6 and 11 times 11?
Girl, I don't... 11 times 11 is 144. So I'm assuming that's what the other one is too.
Okay. Except that it's not. It's 121. The sum of 12 times 12 is 144, first of all. And the sum of that plus... Okay. Apparently 24 times 6 actually is 144. So you actually did get that right by no, because they asked for the sum of it, so it's 265. So don't be putting a point.
Oh, so I was like supposed to add both of them together.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm an artist.
Math's for squares. Oh, I haven't been saying the subject beforehand. So this next one is, so it went English, history, miscellany. Miscellany?
Miscellany.
Miscellany.
I barely know you.
I feel like miscellany would be like a Midwestern state.
Sounds like John Mulaney.
Science, math, and then now we're on geography. What two oceans are joined by the Panama Canal?
The Atlantic and the Pacific.
Correct.
Nice.
Okay, for the English round, don't fuck
No
this up. Fill in the blank with a word that sounds like a letter of the alphabet. A blue blank is a bird.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. Please say it again.
Fill in the blank with a word that sounds like a letter of the alphabet. Okay. A blue blank is a bird.
J.
Yes. History and civics again. Which city was founded first, San Francisco or Santa Fe?
That is a good question. I'm going to guess San Francisco.
Santa Fe was founded in 1610 and is the oldest capital city in the US. San Francisco came around during the gold rush, which was like the
1849.
Yes, we all follow football.
Okay, I didn't realize Santa Fe was from the 1600s.
It's one of the oldest, yeah, the oldest.
That's crazy.
No, it's the oldest capital, but it's like one of the oldest.
We've been there.
Founded by the Spanish. We have been there.
It's very cute.
It's really cute. They had a meow wolf. That's not why it was cute. I mean, it was just
everything else about it was buff.
And we were there on your birthday. 9th question, science. Put in order the stages in the life cycle of a frog. So here are the 4 stages, and you have to put them in order: froglet, egg, frog, and tadpole.
Egg, tadpole, froglet, frog.
Damn, you're a genius. Now the last question. What do you call a specific sequence of commands used over and over in a program?
What's the subject?
Technology.
Say it again.
Sorry. What do you call a specific sequence of commands used over and over in a program?
Controls?
A function. This is what the 5th graders are learning these days, you guys. This is the future. 6 out of 10. Very good.
Boom. Cool.
All right. My turn.
Time for Kelly.
Training for my moment.
Bum-bum. Ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-bum. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Is this Hunger Games?
No, that's Rocky.
Oh.
I only know it because I played it in marching band. Questiones. Pick it. Okay. Number 10.
That's how old I'd be if I knew this shit. That was a little girly.
Question 1. Subject is English. Correct the mistake. A flock of sheep, a flock of geese, a flock of fish.
School of Fish.
Correct. Write it down.
Oh shit. What?
Oh shit.
Oh shit, shake that ass.
Now let me see your hips swing. History and physics. Nope, history and civics. In the Civil War, what army was commanded by Robert E. Lee?
That was the Confederate Army.
Correct. Miscellany. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm going to be so mad. Pigeons can fly hundreds of miles in a single day. True or false?
Yeah, true.
Is that your final answer?
Mm-hmm.
True. Cool. You got it right.
I just figure they choose not to. Because they have everything they need right here in New York City.
That's where all pigeons live.
They're world travelers. We don't have time to get into all that.
Which one of us is a bird guy, huh?
Can be a bird guy. I'll be a pigeon lord.
Science. Which is a conifer? Oak tree, maple tree, or pine tree?
Pine tree.
Okay. Yes, that's correct. Write it down.
Shit. I just expect to get a 10 out of 10, so why do I keep track?
Math. You bought an iPad for $400.
That's true.
2 weeks later, the price dropped 25%. How much is it now?
$300.
Hold on. It shows its work, so hold on. Yeah, $300.
I'm fucking genius. What do you mean?
Okay, geography. On which continent will you find the Nile River?
Jesus Christ. I mean, this is for 5th graders. Africa.
Yeah.
I remember that was the first thing I ever learned about continents was Egypt is in Africa.
Another English. Cattle is to horns as deer is to...
Antlers.
Mm-hmm. History and civics. Or physics, as some may say. Is the United Nations headquartered in New York City or Washington, D.C.?
New York.
So true. Avenue of the Americas, baby.
Is it really?
Like 6th Avenue, they have all of the signs.
Yeah, but I thought it was like all the way on the east side, the UN building.
Avenue of the Americas is 6th Avenue.
Right,
Maybe
but I'm saying I
street.
think the UN building is all the way on the east.
Lagoon. Science. What picture-taking device operates like your eyes?
Aperture.
I don't know if I can give you hints.
It's aperture. That's my answer.
Okay, wrong. Get this. It's
the lens.
A camera.
Stop.
They didn't want anything
Picture
specific.
taking device. Wow.
It says they both have lenses and light sensitive surfaces.
So true.
Say click, take a pic.
Just took a pic of you.
Oh. Technology. Bandwidth measures how much information a computer can send in a certain amount of time. True or false?
Sure. Yeah, true.
Yeah. I can't fucking believe you got all of them.
I didn't. I got 9 out of 10.
Oh. Which one did you get wrong?
The camera.
Oh, I forgot already.
Moving on to deck 2.
Deck 2.
Electric Boogaloo. Close your eyes and I'll hit you with some cards. Question 1. English. Change the verb to the future tense. People live on Mars.
People will live on Mars.
Oh, you ate that up.
I would hope so. I have an English degree. Will you wear wigs? The girlies will get it. If you get it, you get it. Will you ever wear wigs?
I don't get it.
It's Elijah Wood.
Oh,
Will
my sister sent this to me.
Will you wear wigs? He goes, ha ha.
All right, being serious. Question 2, history and civics. What was the Transcontinental Railroad built? Wait, hold on.
Trans people?
Scrub it from the White House. Was the Transcontinental Railroad built to connect the American North and South, or the American East and West?
East and West.
Sure was.
Show enough.
Miscellany. Does a person suffering from insomnia have trouble eating, breathing, or sleeping?
Sleeping.
So true. Science. Question 4. What is a renewable resource? True or false?
True.
True.
You can always grow more wood.
It
That's
says,
what I say.
Trees can grow anew, whereas coal or oil cannot.
Grow anew.
Question 5.
My wood grows anew every morning.
Question 5, math. If route A to school is 3/4 miles, not 3 1/4, 3/4.
3/4.
3/4. And route B to school is 2/3 miles. Which route is shorter?
What is route B again?
So one of them is
What
3/4
is 3/4 of a mile?
Yeah, and the other is 2/3. Which one's shorter?
B.
Correct. Fractions are hard.
Yeah.
Question 6, geography.
Geography.
What do you call an area in the ocean where trash, plastic, and other debris collects? I feel like you're getting the harder questions than I want.
Trash island.
You're never gonna get.
I'm so mad.
A garbage patch.
Fucking Garbage Patch Kids.
So
bitch.
when a Cabbage Patch doll and a Garbage Pail Kid have a baby, they create a garbage patch in the ocean.
Fuck me.
Who's ever heard of that? A 5th grader, I guess. How is the word parkway abbreviated in addresses?
PKWY.
Correct. Y'all didn't go to UNLV off of Maryland Parkway. Okay, history and civics again. Child labor was permitted in factories during the Industrial Revolution. True or false?
Well, that's what the Industrial Revolution was about. I'm too literal for this. Before and during, yes.
So
Yes.
during is yes.
Yes.
Correct.
That one stressed me out. Right.
Haven't you ever been to an Irish pub and they show like the little kids with like coleslaw
Girl.
all over their face? That was in the era of photography.
I know. I studied history.
So ergo.
Ergo dim sum.
Is dim sum Latin? Science. Which expands the most when it's heated? A liquid, a solid, or a gas?
A gas.
So true.
Such
You know all about that one.
Am I right?
Am I right, folks? That's what it sounds like when I talk. Okay. Technology. Which can connect to Wi-Fi? A smartphone, a computer, a printer, or all of these?
All of the above.
So true. How many did you get wrong?
1. I got 9 out of 10.
Holy shit. The Garbage Patch Kid.
Yeah, mother.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Tiny little tap sound.
100. One tiny little tap's all you need. Also 100. Pretty on.
Okay. English. What consonant is silent in all these words? Fasten, castle, moisten, and wrestle.
It's T, right?
Moisten. Yes.
Moisten and wrestle. That sounds like a command. Fasten your castle, then moisten and wrestle.
That's what I always say.
Cross stitch that into a little frame.
History and civics. What mountains did early pioneers have to cross to reach present-day Kentucky?
Appalachian.
Yeah, brother.
Or is it Appalachian?
Appalachian.
I apologize.
Miscellany. You can send an email to the president through the White House website. True or false?
True.
True. www.whitehouse.gov/contact for all you bitches who need to reach out.
And they're definitely going to read it.
Trump himself will read it. He definitely knows how to read. Science. Does El Nino change weather patterns around the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean?
Shit.
I know this one.
It's the Atlantic.
Nope. Pacific. Because when I lived in Reno, we had an El Nino storm every few years. It would be snowy as fuck, and I was so happy. Math. Is the least common denominator of 3/4 and 5/6 8, 12, or 24?
It is 12.
Indeed. Okay, geography. What do the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, and the Adriatic have in common?
They're seas.
Just like me, bitch.
I was trying to get real specific with that. I was like, well, and I was like, oh, wait, no, they're just seas.
Remember the camera question.
I just gotta remember it's for 5th graders.
Yep. English once more. When you write an essay, should you use formal or informal language?
Formal.
I mean, that depends. What's the essay for? But yeah, formal language. History and civics. Put these U.S. presidents in chronological order. Jackson, Adams, Lincoln.
Adams, Jackson, Lincoln.
Yep. I know that one.
I don't want to know.
Science. What does it mean if a disease is contagious?
It means that it can be spread to other people.
Yep. You can catch it from another person. Technology. One can of soup costs 36 cents. 2 cans, 40 cents.
I want to shop where they're shopping.
3 cans, 44 cents, right? With this pattern, how much would 4 cans of soup cost?
So first can, 36.
Second can, 2 cans, 40 cents. 3 cans, 44 cents. With this pattern, how much would 4 cans cost?
48 cents.
Yeah. I think you got all of those right.
Did I really?
Yeah.
No.
You did.
Wow. I'm smarter than a 5th grader.
Whatever. I'm ready, baby.
On the very last page. Different grades.
The ad.
Do you want to just do the last one?
That was my elbow, not a fart.
If your fart sounds like that, what the hell? Like a whip cracking.
That's not the first time I've made a fart sound on this. I need to.
It could be the last.
Right.
Are you gonna like read the answers in the camera?
Honey, I can't see. These aren't bionic.
Like the ones in did they have these in the Harry Potter?
Mr. Gadget?
No. But are you talking about Inspector Gadget?
Yeah.
In the Harry Potter books, I don't know if this was in the movies, but they had like the binoculars that they used at the Quidditch World Cup. And they could like zoom in and pause. It was basically TiVo for your eyeballs. That shit was fire. English. Which uses an action verb? She tastes the food or the food tastes good.
She tastes the food.
So true.
Active voice, baby.
It says
I failed one essay in my entire fucking life, and it was in college because this bitch ass professor, I shouldn't say bitch, this mean ass professor decided to fail all of us if we used passive voice even once. And she considered passive voice to be if you said something is something. So I said something is whatever, and she failed me for it. Yep. And I will never fuck up passive voice again in my life.
It's like ingrained in the brain. My teacher told me like there's never a reason to use there is or there are. There's never a good reason. So now when I write for fun, I still feel guilty about it.
Later on, that professor had a behavioral investigation on her. So I don't know what happened, but I hope it sucked.
Also, the reason why it's an action verb is like she tastes the food. She's actively tasting the food, but the food tastes good. Like the food's not doing anything. It's just
it just is
existing in its tastiness, much like
Sorry.
History and civics. Who was the first woman to pilot an airplane solo across the Atlantic Ocean?
Amelia Earhart.
Sure, the
she had air in her name.
She was destined for the skies.
Some people think she was eaten by crabs.
We the crabs. Was that Dr. Soyber?
Yeah.
That was in 1932. Damn.
She
All right.
sailed the ocean blue.
Sure did. Miscellany. What supposedly unsinkable ship was sunk by an iceberg on its first voyage in 1912?
Titanic.
It was actually the Gigantic. I'm just kidding. It was the Titanic.
Gigantor.
Gigantic. Science. What do you call an opening in Earth's crust from which lava erupts?
A volcano.
It is a volcano. You promise. Math. What fraction of a yard is 12 inches?
1/3.
Hell yeah.
Brother.
Geography.
Geography.
Which is not the name of a mountain. Everest, Kilimanjaro, Niagara.
Niagara.
So true. Now moving on to English. Okay, is the boss of your school spelled principal or principal? And then they spelled it out. And I don't wish to do that. So how do you spell principal as in school?
P-A-L.
Yes, correct. So far you're perfect. History and civics. In what town did the British surrender to end the American Revolution?
I'm sorry, say it again. I was too busy making a stupid face.
Yeah, no, I know. History and civics. In what town did the British surrender to end the American Revolution?
In what town?
Yeah.
I'm just going to guess.
Then guess.
Gettysburg.
Actually, it was Yorktown, Virginia. Did you know it?
Not really. I always tuned out in class when they would talk about war because I don't fucking care.
Some of the times when you get the wrong answer, you're like, oh, it's so obvious. But then sometimes you're like, yeah, I would never have known that. So for science, is automatic movement that's controlled by nerves called instinct or reflex action?
Reflex.
True. And for technology, in a computer program to call a function many times in a row, you can use a loop. True or false?
Why do I keep getting this?
Well, can you?
Say it again.
Okay, in a computer program.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Maybe that's why I'm provoking you. All right, in a computer program to call a function. Remember we learned function in the last one you got wrong? That was a function. To call a function many times in a row, you can use a loop. Is that true?
No, it would be a shortcut.
It would actually be a loop. Loops are appropriate to use anytime you need to repeat the same code over and over.
Over and over.
I actually did learn that when I did this child's coding YouTube video. I was like, teach it to me like I'm 5, and it was still hard.
Oh, wow. Number 29, that's my birthday.
29, so fine.
English. Answer this riddle with a homonym pair. What do you call an unfancy jet?
Wait, don't tell me. A plane.
Yeah. Okay.
I know my homos.
Cut off. History and civics. The Declaration of Independence grants U.S. citizens 3 unalienable rights. What are they?
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Yes.
And the pursuit of happiness.
You're just getting warmed up, huh?
Having a great time.
Miscellany. Which sport was developed by indigenous Americans? Soccer, lacrosse, or badminton?
Lacrosse.
I didn't know that. Okay, science. Bunnies are born blind. True or false?
False.
True. You got it wrong!
My years of bunny husbandry have not prepared me for this moment.
You've been husbands with a bunny?
Listen.
Apparently, there's some things I don't need to know.
Every saint has a
Math. What is the quotient of 0 divided by 27?
The quotient is 27. Or is it 0? It's fucking...
What's your answer?
27. No, 0.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Correct.
You
would have gotten it wrong!
Right, but I'm saying there's the quotient and there's the denominator, right? And the denominator is 27.
0 divided by 27.
But that's
0.
Not what they were asking.
The quotient of 0 divided by 27.
Okay.
Quotient is just...
Well, did you know you're not supposed to divide by 0?
It's really frowned upon in many circles.
It is. You could blow everything up.
Okay, geography. What's the difference in hours between one time zone and the zone next to it?
1 hour.
Oh, I was waiting for you to finish.
1. That's the difference in hours is 1.
Just really letting the suspension build. English. What is not a plural of fungus? Fungi, fungo, funguses.
Fungo.
True. Fungo.
I'm sure I would have heard of that by now. I would have definitely latched on to that.
History and civics. What does the Internal Revenue Service, or the IRS, collect from American citizens?
Taxes.
Taxes, you mother.
Your balls.
So that's where they went. Science. Moving on. A lion kills and eats a zebra. Which animal is the predator?
Sorry, you're like in the corner. So a lion is the predator.
Yeah. And last but not least is technology. If someone you don't know sends you a picture online, you should send a selfie back. True or false?
Depends on where we go with it.
What are you looking for?
But if you're a fifth grader, absolutely not.
Yeah, false. Never share photos or personal information with people you don't know. Tell an adult about it.
Tell them. And not the adult that's sending you pics.
So you got 9 out of 10.
Cool. Do you want to do one more round?
I think I'm good with 3. Do you want to do another?
Yeah.
Let's do one more.
I want to.
You should know to be more direct when you ask me questions.
That's literally the start card. American coffee. The English language. Spell the noun that comes from the adjective silly.
Goose? A noun that comes from the adjective silly.
So it's like derived from silly, but it's a noun. I feel like it's like you're overthinking it.
Oh, Sillines.
Yeah.
Nice.
I forgot you had to spell it, and I was just like, whoa. 2. History and civics. Which Massachusetts infantry was the first Union military unit made up of Black Americans?
Was it at Baker's Rebellion?
It was an infantry.
I know, but did they fight in the Baker's Rebellion?
It doesn't say that.
Damn it, I don't know.
The 54th Massachusetts Volunteer Infantry Regiment.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Miscellany. The bald eagle has no feathers on its head. True or false?
That's false.
It's bald, Carson. It's a bald eagle. You're right, it's false. It does have white.
He got white feathers.
Yeah. They think he's bald.
White doesn't mean bald.
They think he's white. So they think he's bald.
He is an American after all.
Even though they think he sounds gay, so they had to dub him over with a falcon.
That's some of my favorite lore.
It's actually sad. Even transpose our toxic masculinity onto the bird of our nation.
A fucking bird that has a 6-foot wingspan.
It could fuck you up in a fight, so who's the real man? Question 4, science. During an equinox, are the hours of daylight and darkness equal or unequal?
Equal.
So true. Math. What is the formula to find the area of a circle?
2 pi r.
Holy shit.
I don't know where that came from.
Whoa. Just whip that shit out. Circles are on the brain. You're like an alien. Like, you're like, gotta make a circle.
I see some crops. I got a circle.
I know a crop field hates to see you coming. Geography. Is most of Brazil north or south of the equator?
South.
So true. English. Should Tina lay or lie the pencil on the desk?
Lay.
Lay. My mom.
Your mom?
My mom, Tina. History and civics. What machine made the U.S. the largest producer of cotton in the 1800s?
The cotton gin.
It was the cotton gin.
I know everything.
Invented by who? For a bonus.
Oh! Its name is on the tip of my tongue.
I believe it was Eli Whitney, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Science. Who discovered the law of gravity?
Sir Isaac Newton.
Sure was.
Sure enough.
Sure enough. Or technology.
This one better fucking not be.
You're gonna hate me. Are the steps of a program written in plain language before writing real code called... The steps of a program written in plain language before writing the real code, are they called pseudocode or fake code?
Are they trying to say you write that shit out in English and then translate it?
Basically, it's like you sketch it out, like you make your notes, and then you actually code it. So is the pre-coding notes called fake code or pseudocode?
Pseudocode.
Sure enough.
Okay.
10 out of 10.
Thank fucking God.
And then we just have one more round with moi. I have crooked teeth, so I like to like make my one tooth stick out like.
You look like Patrick.
Doesn't he have a tooth on the top? I'm like baby Patrick. Is it cute?
Okay. Now pick. Okay. Last round. No fucking it up. English. Or as you would say, English. In a book report, book titles should be written within quotation marks. True or false?
Book titles?
Yep.
Like novel titles?
Yes.
No. False.
Correct. False. They should be italicized or underlined. History and civics. What inventor created a steam engine to power boats?
Eli Whitney.
Robert Fulton.
Oh,
Fulton Street?
That's the same guy. He was full of a ton.
Full of just a ton inside of him. Miscellany. In which weather condition would you experience a whiteout? A hailstorm or a blizzard?
I'm sorry, what?
In which weather condition would you experience a whiteout? A hailstorm or a blizzard?
In which weather condition would I experience a blizzard?
So, like, which weather condition is it when they say, oh, it's a whiteout?
Right, like it's all snow, but like it's all
hailstorm or a blizzard. It's not all snow.
I'm just misunderstanding the question, I think, because
which weather event would you call like, oh, it's a whiteout, a hailstorm, or a blizzard?
Oh, those are three different things.
No, it's not. Hailstorm, one word, or a blizzard.
Can I just see the question without the answers? Oh, you didn't tell me it was a colon. You were telling me, oh, there were three things: a whiteout, a hailstorm, and a blizzard. You were telling me those. Like there were a list of three things. Okay, so it's in which weather condition would you experience a whiteout? Colon, a hailstorm, or a blizzard. Those are two options.
I didn't realize the colon would be.
My audience is also confused. Thank you. Oh, I'm clarifying.
I told you.
Yes, we're telepathic. So you would experience a whiteout in a blizzard. That's why I was confused because you said like a whiteout, and I was like, okay, so that sounds like a blizzard. But then that was also one of the options. I was like, I'm so confused. So it's a blizzard.
Correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You want to talk about being pedantic?
Okay, science. Do most of your muscles
also, get in the frame, please?
I'm sorry, I can't sit up straight. I'm too bisexual.
So bisexual, you can't even sit straight.
Do most of your muscles work individually or in pairs?
Pairs?
I guess that's true. I did not know that. Math. Find the product of 80 times 7. Don't look.
I wasn't. I was thinking. I was unfocused. 80 times 7 is sometimes 8 is 560.
That's impressive, yeah. Geography.
I have a mental math medal from the 4th grade. To be fair, this is 5th grade math, so a little shakier.
You had to take some time, but you got there. Geography. On a map, the numbered and lettered squares form a pattern called a blank.
What?
I could give you a hint here, but I'm
not
going to. On a map, the numbered and lettered squares form a pattern called a blank.
Grid?
Yep. Oh. The city's on a grid. How do you get lost? English. Answer with a homonym pair. Again, what do you call a reasonable cost for a bus ride?
Oh, this was literally a New York City program. Fair.
Yep. That was too easy.
I know my homos. Don't get it twisted.
I know my fairs. History and civics. Who was the Aztec leader when Spanish conquistadors arrived in South America? Sorry.
Montezuma.
Yes.
In South America.
Revenge.
Apparently I'm related to him. According to my genealogist relatives. And also related to Cortez. When worlds collide. We
don't have time to unpack all of that. Okay, next question. Science. In chemistry, what does the symbol C stand for?
Shit. It's carbon or calcium. I'm gonna go with calcium.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Carbon.
But
I made a face. But then I realized that me making a face would be
I don't
a
want
hint.
any hints.
I know, but your eyes were closed, so it worked out in the end. You got it wrong.
I know. It worked out in the end.
Okay, last question. Pihu visits you Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and Tuesday. If she continues the pattern, on what day should she visit next?
First of all, I'm busy. Wait, what were the days?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday.
Thursday.
Correct. Pihu skips one day between visits. 8 out of 10.
So let's calculate.
Yo!
Hold on. Yo!
Yo!
Wait, let me calculate it because I did really good at the math portion. You got 34 out of 40. Do you think I got more or less than
I
that?
think you got more than
I don't know. Oh, wow. It was very close.
that.
So Carson got 34 out of 40 and I got 36 out of 40.
Wow.
So what's the verdict? Are we...
So where like how many points makes you smarter than a fifth grader?
I'd say more than half.
Yeah.
Because the average fifth grader is going to get half.
Oh, did they tell you that?
The average, yeah. That's what average means.
Oh.
Median. Or
That's
mean, or
median.
mean or mode. Median's
Mode's the most. Average is the mean. Median, the number in between.
It's true that the mean is the most common way of calculating an average. However, mean, median, and mode are 3 different ways to find an average because the mean is not always indicative of everything because something can skew the average. So you need all 3.
True.
So true.
That's what I always say.
That's what you've learned today on Raquel's Modern Life. Disney Channel. And you're watching... You might be, I don't know. Hopefully not at the same time.
What score did you get?
Drop your own score in the comments below and tell us if you're smarter than a podcaster.
No, tell me right now.
Oh. Well, you know, at least you're pretty.
I was gonna say, go.
Yeah, I mean, at least you have a good personality. At least your dog likes... Oh. You know what? At least you're here. Thank you so much for joining us for a round of Are You Smarter Than a Podcaster? Definitely will not be the last time we do this. Let me know if you like this series. All right. I will see you next Tuesday. And by that, I mean whenever.
You stupid cunt.
That's not what we're doing here. That's so not.
Oh. You got
a little
carried
lost.
away.
It's okay. It happens. Everybody.
He said, see you next Tuesday.
So what I'm going to need you to do is sit there and look pretty for a second. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Tuesday.